Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're diving into another explainer, and we've got something absolutely crucial to talk about. We're looking closely at a massive divide happening right now in the professional world. We're going to examine the exact system that separates true AI power users from, well, pretty much everyone else. If you've been feeling like you're just kind of scratching the surface with artificial intelligence, you are in the exact right place, because today we're going to build your AI operating system right here together.
But first, we really need to address a pretty startling reality. A recent McKinsey study highlighted in our source material brings up this phenomenon called AI theater. So, what exactly is AI theater? Well, it's the fact that up to 85% of professionals claim they use AI in their daily workflows. Basically, they're putting on a show, letting everyone at the office know they're cutting edge. But the truth? They're only using it on a superficial level.
Now, contrast that superficial use with what a true power user actually looks like. And this anecdote from the source material brilliantly illustrates the gap. Inside Meta, there was an internal competition to track AI usage among employees. One single employee, just one person, utilized 3 billion tokens in a single month. To put that into perspective, that's roughly $1.4 million worth of computing power. They weren't just asking chatbots simple questions. They were running multiple parallel AI agents to autonomously automate massive chunks of their daily work.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The AI theater illusion. 2. Beyond one-shot prompts. 3. Unlocking walled gardens. 4. Deep research execution. And finally, 5. Becoming irreplaceable. All right, starting right off with Section 1, the AI theater illusion. The hard data on this is actually fascinating. Out of all those people loudly proclaiming that they use AI, only a tiny fraction, we're talking 2 to 3%, are true power users. The other 97%? They're completely stuck in the theater. They're treating advanced neural networks like they're just glorified search engines. So, moving past this illusion is absolutely step 1 if you want to gain a serious competitive advantage. Which brings us to Section 2, Beyond One-Shot Prompts. Here's the crucial takeaway. Firing off a single question, a one-shot prompt, it's just going to give you a generic answer with zero context. True power users don't do that. They build projects. They upload skill files. They feed the AI a raw brainstorm of their thoughts. And they provide multi-step standard operating procedures. They're basically giving the AI deep, specific context before it even begins to think. And this leads us to a really vital technique revealed in the source material, the checkpoint metaphor. You've got to treat your AI like a highly intelligent but incredibly literal coworker. You have to tell it, hey, before you execute this task, explain to me exactly what you understood. Doing this forces the AI to summarize your complex, brain-dumped instructions. It ensures you're both on the exact same page before it runs off and wastes your time or your tokens doing the completely wrong thing. So how does this actually build into a real system? Well, the source details a 4-stage AI podcast prep system used by top creators. It starts with deep research, then it moves into synthesizing that data, mapping out a structural design for the interview, and finally, it generates highly specific, non-obvious questions. This isn't just having a casual chat with a bot. This is a fully automated assembly line, turning your raw concepts into structured, actionable knowledge. Now let's move into Section 3, Unlocking Walled Gardens. So what happens when that crucial first step, the research phase, just completely breaks down? Because as you might know, AI models actually have a massive blind spot. Platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter are walled platforms. The AI cannot natively log in, watch a YouTube video, or read through Instagram comments unless that specific data just happens to be indexed on a public search engine like Google. Left to its own devices, your AI is essentially flying blind on social media. So how are the power users fixing this? They're using tools called connectors. Our source highlights a platform called Apify. So let's quickly demystify that jargon. Think of Apify as a specialized digital bridge. When you connect it to your AI, you are literally giving your assistant the superpower to autonomously reach into YouTube, pull full video transcripts, and scrape comment sections directly, bringing all that walled-off data right back into its brain for analysis. This takes us right into Section 4, Deep Research Execution. Because the AI now has access to all this data, we don't just ask for a basic summary anymore. That's amateur hour. Power users instruct the AI to hunt for highly specific, high-value extractions. We want to find contradictions in what a person said years ago versus today. We look for energy spikes in transcripts, moments where a guest gets visibly excited. We hunt for unasked questions buried in YouTube comments, and we run delta scans to see exactly what changed in a subject's life over the last 30 days.
Check out this real output example from the source material. By cross-referencing a subject's digital footprint across different platforms, the AI autonomously mapped out this fascinating contradiction in their career evolution. It noticed they were pushing LinkedIn growth hacking back in 2022, then they pivoted to being an AI journalist in 2024, and now they're predicting a shift to agentic AI in 2026. Finding that narrative arc manually, that would take days of reading. The AI spotted it in seconds.
The reaction to seeing this system work in real time was just pure, genuine surprise. The host in our source material literally said, "This makes me 10 times better. For the first time, I want to stop and go implement this immediately." Honestly, when you see an automated system map out deep structural insights like this, it's an absolute masterclass in working smarter, not harder.
And finally, we arrive at Section 5, Becoming Irreplaceable.
Let's bring this highly technical workflow right back down to earth and apply it to your career. The old way of doing this level of deep research required an entire team, maybe 6 people, spending 2 to 3 days manually scraping social media, reading transcripts, and writing up summaries. But the new way? It is one single skilled operator who builds the AI workflow, presses run, and simply validates the automated process in a matter of minutes.
And that leads us to the absolute core philosophy derived from our source. I really want to let this sink in for a second. Jobs aren't going away, they're evolving. The problem is, your job goes away because you don't evolve. The people losing their roles in the future aren't going to be replaced by an AI, they're going to be replaced by the single operator who knows exactly how to build these AI systems. So I want to leave you with one final provocative thought to chew on today. Look at your own daily workflow right now and ask yourself honestly, are you actually building your AI operating system to do the heavy lifting for you? Or are you just playing around, safely seated in the audience at the AI theater? It's time to step off the sidelines, build your unfair advantage, and make yourself truly irreplaceable. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.